Hello, one and all. Hello, everyone that's been watching the captain's log that scrolled on over here to check this out. Just had to take the phone off the stand for a second there. If you watch my latest captain's log, which will be out later this week, why is that so loose? Well, let me try fixing this. It should not be that loose. There we go. That's better. There we go. If you watch the captain's log that'll come out later this week, probably on Thursday would be my guess. Thursday is the day I'm doing captain's logs now instead of Fridays, because Fridays are our first reaction reviews. So you'll see the kind of behind the scenes for this video where I was doing my captain's log, where you'll see what I did over the course of the weekend, because it's been an interesting kind of weekend, I guess. So anyway, welcome everybody. 9 people watching, 6 likes. That's great. Hit like as soon as you get here. Hit the like button. And yeah, like I said, the other people that were watching the captain's log first and haven't seen this live, welcome to the captain's log. Sounds dirty. Oh, let's see. Sylvia sent me a message. Let's see what Sylvia wants. Oh, never mind. That was from something different. All right. So let's pull up the live here so I can read your comments, questions, concerns, all of that jazz. Nobody's really saying anything. That's great. So welcome back, guys. There's actually something I did want to show you guys real quick. Hold on. These are something that Sylvia got for me for Christmas like 2 years ago. That we were just reorganizing my son's bedroom because he's getting a new computer desk coming later this week. So we reorganized a few things. There's a few things he wanted to get rid of, some of which included some pictures on the walls, but they had good frames, so I could actually frame these things now. So I already showed these off when I first got them, but it's worth another shot, right? We got this, which is like a patent for the Monster Maroon. So it's got the nice old-fashioned, old-timey like patent number, U.S. patent, and the date of June 11th, 1985. Was that really June 11th, 1985? I think the dates are wrong simply because, and you'll see in a second here. This is the pin. This is the pin for the motion picture, and the date on this one is November 17th, 1981. So, are these real things? I don't think so. I think they're just whatever. But it's got the U.S. patent number up there and stuff. So, fun stuff. There's those two. There's also 2 more. One of which is the refit. Which again, the refit is September 15th, 1981. So that doesn't sound quite right, does it? And this one, Klingon Bird of Prey. Again, this is a U.S. patent date of March 24th, 1987. This one says sheet 2 of 2, but there was never another one that came with it. So 1987. I think that's too late even for the Search for Spock. So, yeah. Anyway, at that point, to show those to you. I don't know where I'm going to hang them or whatever, but you know, now that I got some frames for them, I thought it would be nice to throw them in the frames and then show you guys. So let's see what we got going on here in the chat now. Dan23 says, Trekyards, what do you think about the Star Trek novel, Picard novel coming in 2021 about Deanna Troi and Riker on the Titan and what it was doing during the Mars attacks? I think that's fantastic. It's a great idea. I've actually just saw a rumor on Facebook. I didn't bring my drink up, did I? Shit, I didn't. I saw an article on Facebook saying that they're going to make a Commander Riker or Captain Riker and Troi on the Titan series, which I don't put any stock into. I think it was one of those stupid sites that are all bullshit, like we got this covered or whatever. But saw that and I thought, interesting. And then I saw today that they wanted to do a spin-off series for Benedict Cumberbatch's Khan, or John Harrison, So, yeah. Which, again, I think is bullshit. We're going to have a spin-off series of Rios, which wouldn't be too bad, actually. We're going to have a spin-off series of Icheb. Before the eye removal and stuff, you know. Olivia Julius, $5. Lieutenant Olivia Julius M, Communications Officer, USS Trekyards, reporting for duty. Welcome, Olivia. Good to see you. Go do your job. Super Coops, hi people, and Captain, of course. What, I'm not people? At least he didn't say you people. So I'm not people. That's great. Good to know. Tuning 3434. Oh, is a fun day. I need some fun. Need some fun? I don't know how much fun you're going to have here. I was just trying to think of an interesting name. Because yesterday was sit down. Saturday, sit down with the captain. This one's Sunday, sit down. Yeah. So, Captain Sunday, fun day. So, just a Q&A. Ask me whatever you want, guys. If you can at all super chat, I'd really greatly appreciate it. Olivia's already thrown in $5, which is great. And those always do make the show go along a little bit better. It kind of keeps our spirits up because we know that we're, you know, getting what we need to survive and create the show for you guys. So if you can, please do. 24 people watching, 13 likes, so please hit that like button while you can. Friday, the return of Baby Yoda. Absolutely. I should have Baby Yoda over here then. So it's already the return of Baby Yoda. Look, he's here. He's my special guest star. He can't really do much, but no, don't force choke them. Don't do it. Wave instead. There you go. He's waving, so. Put you right there. You can be a creepy Baby Yoda. Right there. On my shoulder. Thomas, hey Cap, did you catch the Star Trek Discovery Episode 3 sneak peek? Kind of looks like they went with ships based on the J minus all the detail the Enterprise put in. I didn't watch that yet, so I've seen a still of the ships though, so I mean there's that. And yeah, we'll talk about the ships, don't worry. Tuning 3434, give me all the fun. Okay, fun. Have fun or else. Captain Kenny, it's got a Discovery intro vibe to it. Ron Phillips, hey Cap. Hey Ron, how's it going? Dan23, Trekyards, did you hear the news about the Battlestar Galactica movie? I did not. Tuning 3434, let's just hope Star Trek doesn't collapse on itself with this new decanium. Okay. You mean franchise fatigue? Yeah. Simon Kerr is here. Hello, Simon. Ozzy, Friday, the return of Baby Yoda. Just talked about Baby Yoda. Captain Ron Phillips, you look tired. Need some Tim Hortons coffee, Cap. I am tired. I went to bed at like 3:30 a.m. last night. Got up around... Well, I went to bed at 3:30. Didn't get to sleep probably till around 5. And then woke up at like 9:30 this morning because we had somewhere to go. Which you guys will see in the captain's log if you watch that, which will be on Thursday. Or the people that came over from the captain's log to this, hi, you already know because you already saw it. But yeah, so I had to do that. So I am tired. My hair doesn't help. It looks all disheveled and looks kind of ass. So makes me look tired. But yeah, coffee would be good. Thomas, Trekyards, I got your name right here, Captain Sutra Sundays. That makes me want to go downstairs and slide into bed with Sylvia right now. She's taking a bit of a nap. I like that name. But now I got other things on my mind. Don't do that to me. Commander Chuck, I like Discovery Episode 2 much better than Episode 1. I totally agree, Chuck. Super Coops, oops, I forgot to hit like. Okay, done now. Yeah, everybody hit like. 30 people here, 20 likes. That's not what. And Olivia Julius is the only one super chatting. Like, she keeps this channel afloat. My God. She's amazing. Offer some support, guys. Help her out so she doesn't have to feel like she has to super chat. Of course, nobody feels like should feel like they have to super chat, but we really appreciate it. Olivia Joyce chosen $5. A fancy vocabulary does not mean you're scary. It means you have a thesaurus. Captain Giorgio, Star Trek Discovery. See, she's paid at least $4,000 in $5 increments to keep saying that. That's her favorite line from the last episode, and she keeps, super chatting to say it. So, there you go. Dan 23, Star Trek Prodigy, everyone's saying Captain Janeway instead of Admiral Janeway. It's like when people talk about Deep Space Nine, saying Major Kira, even though she became a Colonel Kira in season 7. Yeah, but she was Major Kira through the whole fucking show until season 7, so why would we call her Colonel Kira? Colonel Kira just doesn't roll off the tongue either. Dystopian guy is here. Hey, Dystopian guy, let me... Ozzy Medeiros, Cap needs some Romulan whiskey. Blue. Yes. Tuning 3434. In EU, they switched over from daylight savings time, so it's pretty damn dark over here. You guys have already done your daylight savings time? I think we do ours this upcoming weekend. Yeah. I thought you guys did yours much later than us, or is that just the spring? I think the spring we changed it to a couple weeks earlier, because there's a little bit of time where Samuel and I are really off as far as time zones go, because it's 4 hours instead of 5 difference. So I don't know if you guys have changed it over in the EU. Let me know. But I know I think it's Halloween weekend that it happens here. So Olivia Julius, $5. Where is your Jeffries 2 monster decoy that was behind you? Do you want that out too? It's right here. I mean, technically, you made me drop something, Olivia. God damn it. Stop looking at my ass. Perverts. All right, fine. I'll put the Jeffries 2 monster decoy right there. I have one on each shoulder. That make you happy? Well, you might hear some construction sounds. My neighbor's working on some stuff, so I gotta trim my fucking nose hair. Ugh. Bitches about getting older. Chris Gwillem throws in £5. Pounds for the best captain. Thank you for all your content. Thank you, Chris. Very much appreciate that. Oh, that's awesome. Tuning 3434, €2. Digital hug for Olivia. Aw, that's so sweet. Thomas, Trekyards. In that case, I got you a new merch option. Captain's Condoms. Keeps your warp core from breaching. Oh, we could go so many places with that. But Captain's Condoms for the Captain's Log. I could come up with more creative stuff if I wasn't so tired. Dan 23, Trekyards. Do you think the ice planet in the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer is Elam, where Starkiller Base was in Episode 7 movie? Maybe? I don't know. Why does everything have to tie into everything else? Tuning 3434, Trekyards. First weekend after the 21st. It was this night. Oh, first setting the clock set. Is that just the EU though, or was it last night? What? Is that for here? Because all our clocks would do it automatically, right? So I don't even know. Olivia Julius, $5. Alamarain, count to 4. Alamarain, then 3 more. Alamarain, if you can see Alamarain, you'll come with me. Really? Rosetta! Is the Rosetta Allen here to see me? You always catch me at the worst times, Rosetta. I'm usually busy talking to other people when you come on here, but that's okay. Tuning 3434. UK is a bit different though. You're a lot different. Sebastian, Trekyard, yes, we changed today to daylight savings time. Okay, cool. Cool. Maybe that's why I'm so tired. Maybe it automatically happened last night. I thought it was Halloween weekend, but Sebastian, Trekyard, just I said that one right. Dan 23, Trekyards. Do you think if we see a future Enterprise in Discovery, it will be massively big as each Enterprise seems to get bigger like the J? Who knows? I don't want to see an Enterprise, honestly. I mean, it would be kind of neat, but at the same time, it's like they don't have to do that because that almost seems like pandering and fan service at that point. So, Super Coop says, "Yay, we changed our clocks last night in the UK. Lapiridon Trekyards, don't bother about saving time. EU want to get rid of it and replace it. Every country can do its own system. It will be total chaos, so nothing you have to watch out for." Yeah, it would be total chaos. Dan23, yes, I had to turn the clock back 1 hour. Rosetta Allen Foley, yeah, I already got that one. Nathan, I don't know what the fuck your problem is about my age, but please clarify in the chat what's going on with that and why you're commenting that. So, Rosetta Allen, yes, smartass, yes, I am a smartass, and a sexy ass too. If only you'd seen it. Dan23, Super Coops, same. I'm in the UK too. Rosetta Allen, but I am still lovable, and I worked so hard yesterday, laid and designed over 1,000 pages for my photo book. Awesome. When I worked so hard yesterday, getting laid. That's what I thought it said. Dyslexia is a bitch, especially when you're tired. Simon Kerr, watching Balance of Terror right now. One of my favorite all-time episodes. What is your favorite all-time episode, Captain? Again, there are no such thing as there's no such thing as a favorite all-time episode. You said you're watching one of your favorite all-time episodes. So, what is one of my favorite all-time episodes? Would be Balance of Terror. The Enterprise incident. I love that one. Doomsday Machine. There's too many to pick a favorite, but you can definitely pick a few that are enjoyable. So yeah, I would say some of those. Rosetta Allen, I don't work hard to get laid. That comes easy. Dystopian guy, there is only simply the Trek. Thomas, after you've seen enough Trek, you can't just have one favorite. That's totally true. And what's your favorite ship? What's your favorite character? What's your favorite episode? What's your favorite series? Favorite series you can kind of maybe say, but even that, there's just too many of each to really pick. And like I've always said, it depends on your mood. You know, it changes from day to day. Sometimes it's like, wow, it's it's up there. There's always some that are in your top 5, top 10, but they kind of shift around as where they sit. So Jeff Jacobs, Nathan Britt was trashing our hosts and the chatters. Well, he can go get fucked then. Bye, Nathan. Have yourself a good day. See ya later. Dystopian, I said that one already. Dan23, in Trekyard or in Discovery, you could see an actual Enterprise, or you could see one on a monitor screen or holographic display or model. Sure. I mean, I'd find it with a holographic display of one. That's fine. Why does it have to be the Enterprise, though? Like, not every ship is going to necessarily reference the Enterprise. The Enterprise in Discovery's time is not as iconic and not necessarily the flagship. It might be the flagship under Pike. I don't think it is. I think it becomes the flagship after the return of Kirk and crew from the 5-year mission. So there's no reason for the Enterprise to be something special. I can see them looking it up to see how Pike does, because they would be interested in what happened after they got sent to the future. But Chris Tenorio, Voyager crew constructed their own quantum slipstream drive using Benamite crystals, overcoming some difficulties in their first attempt. Yeah, there's many different ways you can have a ship travel. So, Chris Tenorino, I read that one already. Olivia Julius, $2. What happened to your pug? What happened to my pug? My pug is fine. She's probably outside the door right now, being sad. Simon Kerr, Enterprise incident is very good. Yes. Jeff Jacobs, my rewatch of DS9 is pushing it into the top spot past Voyager. Yeah, DS9 is, I think I would say, my favorite series, apart from TOS. TOS has to kind of be up there. TNG is also fantastic. So again, it's hard to really pick a favorite, but I think Deep Space Nine has, as far as storytelling goes, probably the best. So, um, Rosetta Allen, go get fucked then. That's our captain. Tuning 3434. I actually never got to see the Enterprise incident yet. Not even. Well, you should check it out. It's a really good one. SXTR, what the fuck? Bruh, what is this? I don't know. What is it? You put it in there. What is it? Thomas, Chris, they also flew out of control and smashed it into the planet using that. Jeff Jacobs says hit like, and I also say hit like. 54 people here, 31 likes. To the dipshits that, have been being insulting during this, you can hit dislike. I don't really care because it's still an interaction. It still helps the channel. So it's an analytic for the channel. So please, by all means, hit dislike. It doesn't bother me in the least. So thank you. It helps us. Rosetta Allen, TOS is the best series. So says your old-fashioned Trek girl. Well, there you go. You've been told. Jeff Jacobs, and ironically, I think DS9 has the most ships. Most variety of ships, yeah, probably. The battles, for sure. So, yeah. Tuning 3434, I think DS9 hit the nail best, but I can't pick which is the best. And the funny thing is, Gene, that Gene wouldn't have liked all of DS9. I don't know when exactly he passed away as far as the DS9 run goes, but he didn't like The Wrath of Khan. He didn't like Star Trek 6. He didn't like anything that kind of went away from that. Even some of the later TNG episodes he was not a fan of. So how ironic is it that the people that think Trek, most people think that the best Trek is the Trek that Gene didn't want or wouldn't have approved of. Alistair Mordan, you think an entire episode of Lower Decks just zoomed into Ransom's mouth as he sucks air through his teeth and gums in a poker game would be better than most of Discovery and Picard. I do. Yeah. Tuning 3434, one of the few good ones in TOS Season 3, isn't it? No, there's a lot of good in Season 3. I hate that everybody says, oh yeah, Season 3 is where it goes to garbage. There's a lot of great episodes in Season 3 of TOS. Just go look at the episode titles. There's a lot of great stuff in Season 3. Jeff Jacobs, reactions all help us the same, but what's not to like? Right? Dystopian Guy, DS9 is my fave. Rosetta Allen, to the dipships who have been rude and insulting to you, I can tell them where to go, how to get there, and what to do with themselves on the way. Thank you, Rosetta. I appreciate that. And Olivia, there was no need to hide that comment from Rosetta. That's a perfectly fine comment. So thank you, Rosetta. And thank you, Olivia, for, trying to do what's right. But that's one that you can let go. So Dystopian Guy, favorite captain too. Defiant, my favorite ship. Thomas, TNG is superior to TOS. We all know and accept that as a religion. Really? Jeff Jacobs, character development on Deep Space Nine is spot on. Tuning 3434, Gene peaked in TOS. He didn't do the greatest for TNG. Dan23, Trekyards, in Trek, other than warp drive, what mode of space travel do you also like? Don't have any preferences. I think Slipstream's cool, but that's more Star Trek Online. I don't have a favorite. And Olivia, you timed Rosetta Allen out. No. Rosetta Allen is somebody that should never be timed out. So, Olivia, sorry, Rosetta. Chris Tenorino, what if after the dilithium burn tried, Federation continued to their own quantum slipstream drive using Benamite crystals, overcoming some difficulties in their first attempt, had been successful? What if? Well, then they had quantum slipstream drive. It's 900 years later. You'd think they would have that or have new forms of, you know, warp, FTL. Um, Ozzy says Gene passed away October 24th, 1991. That doesn't help me. I don't know when DS9 was. I don't have the dates in front of me. So uh, I know he passed away right after he saw Star Trek 6 and he hated it. Like 2 weeks after he saw the screening for it, which is, I think, before its release date. But the period on, as far as I know, Gene had a brilliant vision of the future, but one that was not much drama in it. But drama makes good entertainment. Simon Kerr, I always loved the motion picture as one of my favorite introductions to Trek. Giovanni Casanello, did Gene like Voyager? I don't know. And Giovanni likes my baby Yoda. Thank you. Brian Kesterson, good evening to everyone. I guess people need to deal with their own problems before they try to make problems for others. Sort of pitiful, and it tells you a lot about how sad their life is. Who are you referring to, Brian? Those dipshits in the comments. Super Coops, all of DS9 is good, but it gets much better from season 4 on. Discovery is my least favorite show, but as it's Trek, I'm still excited for new episodes. Absolutely, I totally agree. John says it's dark here, not here yet. It is now 3:51 p.m. here, and the sun is still up. It's a little bit overcast today. As I say that, the sun comes up from behind a cloud, but that's okay. Stopian Guy, BSG remake versus TNG Cap. Well, TNG because I haven't watched all of BSG. I can't stand the BSG shaky cam, like focus on something for fuck's sakes. But oh no, oh look, there's somebody talking over there. It's a lot less creaky than my tripod, but this is BSG for you. Makes me fucking sick. So I haven't been able to watch a lot of BSG. Or the weird zoom ins and it's like, for fuck's sakes, just hold your camera still. Start a scene out like that and then tone it right down or stop it and end the scene like that, or maybe have certain scenes like that but not all of them. Just, oh Jesus Christ. Jeff Jacobs, are you still here, Rosetta Allen? I hope she is. Tuning 3434, Laperidon. Yes, Gene's dogma wouldn't have carried Star Trek over a decennium. I don't know what the fuck a decennium is. A decennium? Is that a decade? That would be a decade. So why? I don't know. He is his own worst enemy, just like George Lucas is for himself. Yeah, I would say so. Martin Devon, Rosetta, make me a sandwich. That's funny. And if you know Rosetta and you know it's not an insult, relax, everybody. It's fine. Captain Ron Phillips, I'm tired of this daylight savings time debate. I'm in Southwest Florida, and Florida is trying to pass a law where they never change time because tourists complain it gets dark too early. Unfortunately, true. Yes, no matter what, you'll never have everybody be happy. So, Dan23, Voyager Course Oblivion. The duplicate crew managed to make a faster than warp travel. I can't remember what it was called. Good episode, too. John Gunlach, do you know anything about the new series, Strange New Worlds? All I know for sure is going to be more episodic, it's going to be more optimistic, and it's going to probably start filming February of 2021. That's all I've heard so far that I can rely on. Dan23, I believe Gene was able to see Star Trek Undiscovered Country a lot earlier. Yes, he did see it before it was released. Jeff Jacobs, 2 sets of pug eyes behind you. Yes. Simon Kerr, DS9 started in 1993. Yeah, so he died 2 years before. I don't think DS9 would have been liked by Gene at all or approved, but not that it mattered at that point. Brian Kesterson, yes, Cap, those tried to start problems for the rest of us who want to be here. Yeah, well, they just get laughed at and, they make asses of themselves. And then those are the ones that come back later and will comment like 3 years from now. Oh, look at Trekyards. It's so rude to their fans. Well, Well, if you weren't a dickhead, you wouldn't be called out for it and blocked from the channel. So don't be a dickhead. It's a pretty simple concept. Thomas, you'll crucify me for this, but my favorite Trek movie is Insurrection. The dynamic of the Federation starting to see themselves beyond reproach instead of being evil was always a nice touch to me. Why would I hate you for that? It's not my favorite movie of the TNG movies, but it's not too bad. It's got its good moments for sure, but I wouldn't hate anybody for that or crucify anybody. Brian Donaldson, the galaxy's still relying on dilithium-based basic warp drive 900 years in the future is the same as Starfleet still relying on basic combustion rockets to get around in the 24th century. And yet, Brian, they still use fucking Picard or Discovery shuttles in Picard. They still use Discovery shuttles in the future, 900 years in the future in Discovery. So, I mean, their tech lasts a long time, so why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess. Fucking Discovery shuttles. Naysayer never. Do you ever play heroes versus villains on Battlefront 2? I haven't played Battlefront 2 in a long time, and no, I don't think I've ever played that mode, so... Jeff Jacobs, I love the early crossovers with TNG and DS9. Rosetta Allen, to be completely fair to your mod, I am one of those who is a bit of a troll to my friends. I don't blame the mod for defending you. No, I don't either, Rosetta, but at the same time, you're Rosetta Allen, man. You're a member of the channel. You're a good friend of mine. We have banter back and forth with the comments, so I don't blame Olivia either. I just wanted to clarify that for her. But yeah, better to be safe than sorry as far as a mod goes. Remove the comment so I can see it. If I want to read it out, I can read it out. But timing you out for it or something, I don't know. Could have just been a mistake, but timing out wasn't required. Ozzy says Deep Space Nine series aired January 3rd, 1993. Final episode June 1999. Olivia said, sorry, Rosetta. And Rosetta said, no worries. So there you go. Good. Everything's sorted. Jeff's like, but you are our troll, Rosetta. Lapiridon, LOL, exactly same as me with BSG. I mean, I never had problems with roller coasters or ships in heavy seas, but this gave me headaches. I stopped after 2 episodes. Yeah, thank you. I'm not the only one. It wasn't totally unwatchable. It depended on my mood, and it also depended on how tired I was, I think. Sometimes I could stand it. Other times I didn't notice it. Other times it was blatant, like, Jesus, stop. Like, it shouldn't have to be worried about that to watch a show, you know? Have the space scenes, yeah, where the zoom in, it's kind of grainy, and zoom out, and like a camera trying to focus on it with the zoom on. That's kind of cool. But you don't have to do that for every fucking scene inside the ship. Dan23, have you seen Transformers Battlegrounds gameplay footage? I have not. Dystopian guy, what happened to the spatial trajector would solve the no warp issue? Yeah, I'm getting sick of hearing about the warp issue. Yes, I get it. There's a future. There's different forms of tech that they could use. There's different advancements that they could have. There's different forms of FTL drive that doesn't rely on dilithium. So yeah, I get it. It seems like that's all anyone wants to talk about these days. But anyway, that's because I do a lot of these lives and I hear it all the time. You guys don't necessarily get to talk about it much. So I apologize for kind of going off there. But yeah, every live, if you go back and watch, at least 15 comments in the space of an hour about different kinds of warp drives or different kinds of FTLs. So I'm sorry, I apologize. Galen Merrick, do you like the STO Dellen warp bird design? Probably. I don't know what it is offhand. I'd have to look it up. I'd have to Google it. But sounds like it's something I'd probably like. I like a lot of the STO designs. So Donnie Pearson, Trekyards. Hello, Stuart and all. Hope everyone is A-okay this afternoon. We are. Hope you are doing well, Donnie, as well. Galen Merrick, the Delon Warbird is a perfect design. Well, there you go, then. I'll probably really like it. Matthew Joaquin, too. Yeah. I remember thinking when DS9 came out, he would have hated most of the Trek that came out of it. Or came after it, I mean. Yeah. Jeff Jacobs, Rosetta Allen, also your comment was defending the caps, so it was definitely okay, yes. By all means, if you guys see a dipshit in the comments, jump them. Just trash them, get them out of here, knock them out of here. In case the mods don't see it, or I miss it or something, or it's, we're behind in the chat. By all means, feel free to jump all over him. Be kind of polite about it, but tell him he doesn't belong here. I'm fine with that. Super Coops, Captain's top tips. Don't be a dick. Always good advice, LOL. Well, it's one of the. It is the first rule of Fight Club. Is the first rule of Trekyards Club, the Trekyards group on Facebook. Don't be a dick. Pretty simple concept. It's like the golden rule. Treat others like you would want to be treated. That being said, that doesn't always work because some people like to be treated like dicks. So, just don't be a dick. Dan23, what was the first Star Trek video game you ever played? First Star Trek video game, probably a Final Unity. I think it's probably Final Unity. It was for my IBM 755 CD laptop. That would be my guess. Winter Wafu, people still use wooden wagons in 2020. That's old tech. Really? Really? Wow. Thomas, can't stress this enough with regard to this Star Trek Discovery shuttle. They do not care. They do not have a love for Trek or understand it. This is the type of effort that we'll be getting until 2025. That's reassuring. Fuck. I feel like The Witcher. Fuck. Rosetta Allen, totally good captain, I understand. Just being fair all around. It takes a lot to offend me. I know it does. Galen Merrick, does Starfleet have records of the COVID cure? You would hope so. Dan23, was there an Enterprise episode called Strange New World in season 1? Probably. Again, I'm not an expert on all the episode titles. Michael Savary, hi from Mike in the UK. Well, hello, Mike in the UK. Hello from Stuart in Canada. Simon Kerr, McCoy would have cured COVID by now. Absolutely. Donnie Pearson, okay, for those who missed it, my wind band mock-up recreation of John Philip Sousa's The Invincible Eagle is streaming now on SoundCloud and a Google search away. Ooh, I will have to check that out. I keep forgetting. Dystopian Guy, do you think someone warped a ship into that disco planet to destroy the lithium, making the planet go kaplooey? Happened in a novel. Oh, probably. Probably something stupid. Dan23, Trekyards, do you think Insurrection has bad visual effects? I wouldn't say bad. You can tell that it's a different company that's doing them. And it was kind of like their first big thing. I wouldn't say bad, though. But yeah, you can tell there's something a little bit off. Naysayer Never, good work reading out 99% of the comments. You're a very good channel host. When travel is easier in the future, think you will come over to the UK again for a Trek convention? Absolutely, I will. Absolutely, 100%. In case you didn't know, last year in October, I was over there for the Destination Birmingham. So, and yeah, I try to read all the comments. I don't like people being left out. And a lot of times, I'll try to read most of the time. A lot of channels won't do that. You know, they rely on this, just read the super chats or whatever. And I don't like doing that. I prefer that people super chat because they want to support the channel, not just to have their thing read. Like, I'm going to ignore them otherwise because I don't like that. But a lot of times during the first reaction reviews and stuff, I try to hit almost all the comments, but I do have to skip sometimes because I get way far behind in the chat. So what I'm talking about, people are answering way the fuck down here, and by the time I get to it, it's 20 minutes later, so it doesn't help. So I try to keep up. So, but yeah, I like to have everybody's voice heard. But I don't want super chatting to be like, the only way he'll read my comment is if I super chat. Like, that's not how that works around here. A lot of channels are like that. A lot of channels don't even read the super chats. Nerdrotic, I'm looking at you. I understand you get a lot of comments, but you don't even you just have your own conversation and you totally ignore the people that super chat, which I hate. That just it's a despicable thing to do. They're supporting your channel. They're helping you out. I know you don't care because you're getting, enough ad revenue through Google AdSense and stuff, but you don't treat your fucking audience like that. We will always continue to read out super chats. A lot of our reviews, if it's a popular episode or whatever, a lot of times we'll start a review and read just super chats for the first hour before we start our review. Sure, it makes the reviews take a little bit longer, but we want to make sure that everybody gets covered that's supporting the channel, because it really means a lot to us. Another way, if it is during one of the lives where it's first reaction, I have to skip some. The best way to be noticed without super chatting is to have joined the channel. You can join like your commander, captain, or admiral. It's not very much a month for commander and captain. So if you join with that, you get your name highlighted in green. You get a little badge beside your name, and I'm more likely to read those ones because I know they're channel supporters. I know everybody that's here is a channel supporter pretty much. So, but when I have to skip and stuff, it's better to read just the supporters. So thank you. I'm glad you appreciate that, and I'm glad you pointed that out, because I try to cover everything. That being said, I'm going to skip a few because it's just people talking to each other in the chat. Rosetta Allen says, "Hey, I like dicks." I know you do, honey. You are a dick, because you are what you eat. Like I said, I'm a pussy, so. I guess that also makes me an asshole, though. TMI, probably. Alistair Morden, I wasn't impressed with the presentation of the Romulan War Part 1 video that recently came out, considering how many years long we waited for it. It was okay. It wasn't at all what I expected. I kind of liked the format a little bit because it could focus on just ship stuff, which was kind of neat. But yeah, I didn't expect it to be like that. That being said, I didn't hate it. I also didn't quite love it the way I thought I was going to, so. Supercoops, this channel is one of the only places I can release my inner Trekkie awesome. Yeah, anytime, man. That's what we're here for. Wasteland Gypsy, just rewatched DS9 again. It brought me out of a very deep, darkened place. Trek is Trek at the end of the day, old or new. Thomas, Dan 23 is definitely dated by today's standards, no question, but at the time, it was the best of Trek. Dan 23, sometimes if you are a mod, you can accidentally press a button by mistake. Absolutely, that happens a few times. Michael Savary, loving the new Treks, Picard, and Discovery. What is your best episode, and what makes it stand out from all Trek franchises? Loving the new Treks, Picard, and Discovery. What is your best episode, and what makes it stand out in all? What is my best episode of Discovery or Picard? Oh my god. Honestly, my favorite episode of Discovery is probably Magic to make the sanest man go mad. Blech. It's one of the ones with Harry Mudd where he's doing the time loop and killed Lorca a bunch of times. I really love Lorca as a character, but that was a good episode. Picard, I don't actually know if there is. I don't know. So I don't know what specifically you're asking there. Sorry, Michael. Brian says, super chats are always welcome and encouraged. Your contributions are always much appreciated. Absolutely. Ryan K, my first Star Trek game was a Super Nintendo. God, I feel old. Chris Tenorio, what if the Dominion founders caused the burn? That'd be kind of cool, actually. Ozzy Medeiros, next Saturday, Badge is getting candy. Is he, though? Are they doing Halloween in your area? I think we're not doing Halloween here. I don't know if kids will be going door to door. I know we'll probably just be sitting in watching movies, or I think we're actually going to be playing Dungeons and Dragons that night, doing a Halloween one-off thing. I don't know. Piano Dean, happy Sunday, Captain Foley. Hello, Piano Dean. How you doing? I still need to talk to you. I don't know if you can shoot me a message. I don't know if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, but through Anti-Trekker, there's got to be a way that I can get in touch with you, because I wouldn't mind talking to you about a few things. Don't Call Me Shirley. Watching you whilst playing Birth of the Federation Dominion War mod. Oh, that's cool. Haven't played that in a long time. Ryan Casterson, taking care of business, farm, and the house. Gotta love days off, and you have to do grown-up things. Joy, joy. LOL. That was me yesterday, getting the outdoor stuff ready for winter, putting stuff away in the shed, putting the Camaro away. So Piano Dean Trekyards. I think there was a Star Trek arcade game back in the day. First one I really remember was the PC game on the 25th anniversary. I played one called Away Team as well. Yeah, Away Team was great. There was a lot of great games back then. Away Team was good. The 25th anniversary one was one of the first ones I played as well. Um, I think the one I remember most being like the first one that I was super excited for was Final Unity. Just the graphics were so good for the time, and I really enjoyed it. I don't think I got very far in it because I came across a puzzle or two that I couldn't solve. But Michael Savary got the Star Trek game on Mega Drive. Love them. Dystopian guy. What if Starfleet doesn't use warp anymore but became isolationist, destroying the lithium, the ships themselves, and now use trajector gates to get around, which is how they randomly appear, like Book said. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't like that they become isolationists, though. Galen Merrick. The Borg assimilated my shuttles and read the computer, and now the Borg like memes. That's terrifying. Matthew Shook, good morning or afternoon. It is afternoon here. Dan23, but does Facebook treat people as they should be? No, Facebook's awful. Not as bad as Twitter, though. Twitter's a fucking cesspool. Earl Grey Trekkie 1701. Your skin looks very healthy, Captain Foley. Sorry if that's weird to say. I don't think it's weird to say. I think it's just the lighting and the camera exposure. I'm sure I don't have a very healthy looking skin, but thank you. I appreciate that. I have a glow because I take care of myself. Actually, I don't really take care of myself. I should. I should go on a diet and I should start doing some exercise, but Michael says it's nice to see Q or his son in the new truck. It would be nice. Thomas, Nerdrotic was my intro to Doctor Who, and then I saw how unbalanced his views were on Trek, and it got so toxic I had to unsub and stop watching his videos. Just made you mad. Yeah, that's why I can't watch a lot of those channels now anymore. Valkyrie 417, yeah, he is pretty annoying. I used to follow him and other Fandom Menace people. Not anymore, they get annoying. Jeff Jacobs, if I know the answer, I try to give it here best I can, but only if I know it's Trekyards approved, of course. Trekyards approved. Dan23, talking about dicks. Beverly Crusher holding a Starfleet rifle in Insurrection. Well, it's more Worf. There's a Worf scene. I actually got a screen cap of it where he's holding the rifle like this. It's this big, looks like a big black dildo. But yeah. Jeff Jacobs, too much information, maybe. Laughing my ass off, definitely. Oh, see how far behind in the chat I am right now? I'm going to have to skip a few, so unfortunately I won't be reading all the comments right now. Alistair says, yeah, Thomas Nerdrotic is a little toxic, little snowflakes I couldn't stand watching anymore after like 2 or 3 videos. Wasteland Gypsy, thoughts on a possible Star Trek Cisco show? It's not going to happen. That's my thought. Lapiridon, LOL, still think the one who made the episode titles for Disco had to impress his philosophy professor to pass this class. Right? They want to be deeper than they are, so they make really good titles. Thomas, Alistair, the community he has was great for explaining Doctor Who to me, but I got so damn toxic over Trek. Mind you, I'm no Star Trek Discovery fan, but even I couldn't take that bile. See, that's good to hear that kind of thing. Oh, my ass is so sore. God damn. It's an uncomfortable fucking couch. Let's see. Simon Kerr, I prefer Picard to Discovery, but I generally like all of Trek. Chris Tenorino, what if the lithium burn is another Q continuum test? That's just too contrived. Earl Grey Trekkie 1701, I wish it was true, but it wouldn't make sense, especially with the cast being older and Renee and Aaron being dead, sadly. Yeah, and Avery not acting anymore. Piano Dean, Trekyards, I'll find you on Facebook or get in touch through Anti-Checker. Thank you, Piano Dean. Jeff Jacobs puts in $2.60, 60 likes, nice, 69 watching. Gotta love that. 100 next. Absolutely. We have 68 people watching, 61 likes. Guys, hit like if you haven't. Sorry if I'm too close to the camera right now, but I need to sit forward or at least shift how I'm sitting. Oh, my sciatica is kicking in big time right now, so. Um, Paul One Chippers. Hello, Captain. Don't know if this has been already asked already. Do you have any information on the release of Star Trek Lower Decks 2, The High, and other countries? Oh, yeah, I don't know when Lower Decks is being released to the rest of the world. I have no idea. I haven't heard anything about that, and I think that's bullshit, by the way. I really feel bad for you guys that can't just watch it. So, Colin Barrett, given the expansion of the Federation between the 23rd and 24th centuries, the Federation would have been huge by the time of the burn in the 30th century. It could have extended into other galaxies. Other galaxies, possibly. I think that's a bit of a stretch, but yeah, I think the Federation would have been a lot bigger, for sure. Trout Bum Wombat, $20. That is an amazing super chat, sir. Thank you very much. That means a whole lot to us. Thanks for the company and conversation. Anytime, my friend. Anytime. Simon Kerr, thanks, Earl Grey Trekkie. What would Earl Grey Trekkie say? Oh, Simon Kerr, I think when Paramount Plus is a thing, sadly. Okay. Talk about something else. I'm not paying attention. Michael Savary, always love your podcast, Captain, and try to tune in where I can. Well, thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. I don't know why anybody would want to watch these. I sometimes I'm like, should I do a live? Would anybody really care? If I could make a few super chats, maybe I'll hop on. Otherwise, I don't think people want to listen to me necessarily. But I really appreciate when people say things like that. So thank you. It means a lot to me. War God 6. I like that cross-section Enterprise pick in the back. I would really love one and a Voyager and Defiant one. I really want to buy if I can get all my ships. Well, War God 6, I got that at how's it called? Hobby Lobby in the States. Went across the border to Port Huron probably 2 years ago and saw that, picked that up. That's actually done by Michael Okuda, I believe, that cutaway. It's on the Haynes Guide to the Enterprise. It's the cover. But that's where I got that. So check any Hobby Lobbies near you. Same with this. That's where I got that. This I bought at a convention and had framed. It's a nice shot of the Constitution class. Wasteland Gypsy. Mr. Brooks is in talks with CBS, so you never know. Mr. Brooks, like Mel Brooks. Dan 23. There's no Lower Decks coming to the UK yet. Brian Kesterson, Cap, you're channeling John Candy. I am? For what? What did I do to channel John Candy? Earl Grey, Trekkie, 1701. That was just a guess. I really don't know, though. Okay. Voices of Geekdom. Sciatica is no joke. Feel free to lie down if you need to. It's not that bad. Like I've said before, I have real problems sitting in movie theater seats for a full movie without it really killing. Same with plane seats, train seats. Cars are generally okay. On like a 7-hour drive, if I'm driving, I might get a little sore around the halfway mark, and then it kind of goes away. But car seats are more ergonomical for me, especially the cars that I drive. Plus, if they have the heated seat, that really helps. But yeah, generally, I need to sit on my leg. Like I'm currently sitting on my leg. I don't know if you guys really care, but that's how I'm sitting right now to kind of ease the pain of it. And you can't really do that on a plane or in a movie theater necessarily. To throw your leg up like that, you're hitting the person beside you or whatever. So those seats really bother me for my sciatica, but Simon Kerr, I love the little warp core in the background. By the way, noticed it a few times, just putting it out there. Yeah, many people have pointed it out. It's one of the ones from Think Geek. It plugs into your car, so it's got the cigarette lighter adapter. So I just got the adapter that plugs into the wall. You plug the cigarette lighter into that, and then it works inside. But it's designed to fit in a cup holder, and it's got 2 USB ports, so you can charge USB things off of it. So thank you for noticing. You can probably still pick them up from somewhere. If you search eBay, I'm sure people are selling them. Dark Lord 016, I like these podcasts. It helps to brainstorm new ideas. Absolutely. I think people sometimes wish I would talk more about certain things. A lot of times be like, hey, that's a very good point, and move on. I don't mind chatting about certain things, just whatever feels natural at the time. And also, I don't want to get too far behind in the chat, as I've said. So sometimes I'll talk a little bit less than other times, depending on how much I want to catch up. So, plus a lot of times I don't know, I might not understand the question, and I feel bad because when I'm doing a live with Samuel, I'll read a super chat and I have no idea what they just said or what they're asking. And Samuel knows right away, so I feel bad that that might happen on these ones, but I do the best I can. So Jeff Jacobs, I got that one on Amazon along with the D. There you go, folks. It's official. Jeff Jacobs gets the D from Amazon. The Pyridon. If anyone is interested in lower decks, may I introduce you to this amazing technology we call internet. Imagine all information in one easily accessible place so everyone can read, watch, hear what he wants. Yeah, but we don't sanction nor promote pirating of anything here. If you can watch it legally and support Star Trek, please do so, so that they know that people are out there watching it. I'd rather you didn't pirate stuff, but you know. Wasteland Gypsy, we have given Midnight's Edge a lot of wonderful memories. Oh, you have given me. Sorry, we never see ME in capitals now. It's supposed to mean Midnight's Edge. So, okay. You have given me a lot of wonderful memories on your channel, sir. And yes, we would miss you if you were gone. Don't ever leave us with Commander Cockins. Don't ever leave us alone with Commander Cockins. He occasionally does his own live stream things, but yeah, generally I'm the lone wolf as far as that goes. I talk better than he does. Like I'm better at just going off, but yeah. Brian Kesterson, zooming into the screen just a little bit ago, lol. What? Zooming into what screen? What happened? I missed something. Robert Kelly, greetings from Starship. Oberedi, pronunciation tip. Oberedi is pronounced like the Brady Bunch. O'Brady. O'Brady. Oh. O'Brady. And that's why our surname is also O'Brady Lunch. Now I know that. That's great. Great way to put it. Thank you. So the O'Brady. I always say the Starship Oberedi. That's how I would say it. But O'Brady. Just spell it Brady then, you know? Anyway. Welcome. I know the Starship O'Brady guys are amazing people who love Trekyards, so we love them. And yeah, good to see you. Colin Barrett, CBS screwed up with the international release of Lower Decks. Everyone I know has seen it, despite it not being available here, so no incentive to pay for a platform to see it now. Yeah, they definitely fucked up big time with the international distribution rights. Dan 23, I was watching Galaxy Quest recently, and towards the end, where the top of the ship separates, kind of reminded me of the Orville from certain angles. Oh, absolutely. The Orville, we've made that comparison when it first came out, that it could definitely fit in the Galaxy Quest universe, or vice versa. Super Coops, what if we find out the burn is named after Burnham because she somehow causes it? To top it, she needs to go back in time to prevent herself from existing. Ah, we can dream. Yeah, you're not the first person to say that, so... Piano Dean, Trekyards, I have a bulging disc. Lucky to be able to get pain meds for it. Are painkillers as big a deal to get in Canada as they are here? Probably not as big a deal, but it's still a pretty big deal here. And a lot of the big painkillers are kind of harder to get because of people abusing them. But overall, it's not too bad here if you have a pre-existing condition and stuff. So, yeah. Jeff Jacobs, my knee would pop if I tried that. Well, I'm always shifting like this between the two different legs when I'm sitting on the couch, where I have both legs up on the couch. It's just a lot more comfortable for me. So, yeah, sitting, like I said, in a movie seat or on a plane it's rough for me. It's always on the right leg, starting about mid thigh and extending back to just my lower back. It's just there's awful pain there, And shifting or pushing on the chair in front of me sometimes will relieve the pain, and it's just a bitch. Just a bitch dealing with it. Dan23, the writers of Star Trek Lower Decks said that do not worry about international rights to other countries. They said do not worry. That's kind of a rude thing for them to say because people want to see it. Earl Grey Trekkie 1701. What is the best effects scene in Star Trek in your opinion? There's another. What's the best? You can't pick one. There's too many. I think one of my favorite effects scenes is actually TNG episode "Loud as a Whisper," with the deaf guy and his chorus, and where they get vaporized, and you see like their skin go, their muscle, then the skeleton, and then they dissolve. Like that's such a great visual. So that's probably one of the best ones for me. We actually did Earl Grey Trekkie 1701. Check out. Actually, look up Trekyards top 10 best visual effects or best effects. You should come up with one because we did a top 10 episode on that where Samuel and myself both picked effects, and we did an episode on that. And the top 10s, I miss doing the top 10s. Those were so fun. It's such a good show format. If you guys watching haven't seen any of the Trekyards top 10 episodes, go watch them because I believe there's a playlist of all of them. Pretty sure. So go watch them all because it's different format for me and Samuel. We're kind of, it's more interactive and more. You'll see what I mean. Go watch it. But yeah, we did cover that. I don't remember what I said though. Squadra Course. Hi all, just saw you were streaming. What are we talking about today? Whatever you guys want to talk about, Squadra Course. Donnie Pearson, speaking of the Invincible Eagle, I am now working on my orchestral mock-up recreation of the same piece, among other things. Well, Donnie, you are keeping busy, and that is awesome. Simon Kerr, thanks, Cap. I'll look into the Warp Core. I definitely want one. Check it out. Let me know if you get one, because I'd really like to know. Jeff Jacobs, insert porn music after Cap says Jeff gets his D from the internet. Boom, chicka, wow, wow, boom, boom, boom. I can't do good porn music. Done 23 Trekyards. Is there any show in recent years that you've never been able to watch because of international rights? Nope. Nope. Pretty much everything's available here. Piano Dean, it can be quite frustrating, the unintended consequences of denying those who really need it. I guess I get it, but it's still very frustrating. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking to Jeff Jacobs, so you're like, I love that you guys have your own conversations within the chat, but sometimes it throws me off. And I know it says at Jeff Jacobs, so he's answering them, but still. Michael Savary, I like the Prime poster. Well, thank you. Piano Dean, hey, Danny Pearson, hope your weekend is going well. Wasteland Gypsy, man, I miss Starfleet battles. D7 for life. Right? Brian Kesterson, Cap, you are breaking me up. When you leaned into the camera, it reminded me of John Candy 3D Vision from SCTV so long ago. Yeah, I used to watch SCTV all the time, and that was one of the ones that me and my brother got a kick out of. With the pancakes, the plate of pancakes. 3D. That should make you laugh. If the other thing made you laugh, that'll definitely make you laugh because that's exactly what it looked like. Olivia Julius, $5. If Cap ever leaves Trekyards, taking over the channel and making Truckyards, talking about everyone's favorite trucks, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. Truckyards. I like it. Dan 23, I have NCIS New Orleans on season 5 on DVD, and it actually has a pilot of Star Trek Discovery on its full episode. Yeah, they're both CBS distributed. That's interesting. I guess the tie in there is that, that has Scott Bakula, who played Archer, but, put Discovery on there. I don't know. That's interesting. Simon Kerr, I have a herniated disc, which is playing havoc with my left leg. Sciatic is a bitch. Had an MRI last week. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I feel your pain. Probably not as bad as your pain is probably worse than mine, is what I meant to say. But damn. Gonna skip a few little comments here and there, so I apologize, guys. Giovanni Cesonelio. Hope I said that right. Captain, where do you normally buy your collectibles and Star Trek products? Everywhere and anywhere. There's no normal place for me to buy them. They're just everywhere. Dystopian guy, what is your go-to movie on a stormy day? Again, there's too many. Um, Honestly, on a stormy day, like a blizzard or a thunderstorm, I really wish this house had a fireplace because when I grew up, my parents they had two fireplaces. They had one on the main floor and one in the basement, and I love a real fire. Those really cheer you up, make you feel good on those stormy days. So I do have a fake fireplace, which isn't the same thing, but it's close enough. It's close enough. So honestly, I like watching Sherlock Holmes, either the Jeremy Brett series or any of the Sherlock Holmes movies. Something Victorian, something old school that I don't know, a mystery, something like that for those stormy days. Not really like a science fiction kind of movie guy on stormy days. I don't know why, but I prefer like it's like curling up with a book on those days. You want something that's kind of old school, maybe mysterious. I don't know. That's kind of where I go for that. Something Sherlock Holmes, definitely. Jeff Jacobs says Fifth Element is the best movie to watch over and over. Robert Kelly, by the way, I finished the TOS puzzle. I know you'll love the finished product when it's done. I know I did. Yeah, as you know, obviously that I have that puzzle. My mother-in-law gave it to me for my birthday, and Sylvia actually wants to build it or do it on the table. She wants to do it on the table. She wants to have sex on the table too. Not that we haven't, but too much information. Sorry, I tend to do that. No, she wanted to build the puzzle. Wanted to do the puzzle. She wanted to work on the puzzle this weekend. She even bought like one of those mats so that in case we don't get it finished, we can roll it up. But we just didn't get around to it this weekend. But it's something that we'll probably do. I don't like building puzzles and then taking them right apart again. Usually, if I make a puzzle, I want to like glue it and put it on a board and then have it framed. I have a few puzzles that I've done framed, but it almost makes no sense for me to build one and then just put it back in the box. So a lot of people do that. I'm like, but I just spent all this fucking time building it. Why would I want to wreck it? So, yeah. I saw the picture of the finished puzzle, by the way, and it looked great. So, Dystopian Guy, new Dread movie is a good to go. Is that with Carl Urban? Yeah, is that with him? Jason O, hey folks, hope everyone's well. Gonna go grab some Chinese. Oh my god, Chinese sounds so good right now. I hate you so much now that you've said that because when Sylvia wakes up, she's gonna be like, what do you want for supper? And I'll be like, fucking order Chinese. Normally I wouldn't care, but Chinese is kind of expensive. Generally, you're spending 60, 70 bucks at least for Chinese when you decide to go Chinese. But the leftovers are so good. All right, well, you just decided for me what we're having for supper, you bastard. Can you pay for it, please? Paul One Chippers might be an obvious answer, but I'm a casual Trek fan. But why don't they make use of artificial quantum reactors and Romulans use after the burn? All right, for the bazillionth time, just because Romulans use a quantum singularity to power their warp drive doesn't mean they don't require dilithium crystals. Dilithium crystals is not a power source. Dilithium crystals do not power the Federation ships. It is deuterium that is used in the matter-antimatter reaction that is the power source for the Federation ships. Once that reaction has occurred, the reaction is pumped through dilithium crystals, which focuses the energy into warp plasma, which allows you to have higher speeds. So just because a quantum singularity drive is what powers a Romulan ship doesn't mean they don't require dilithium to focus that energy to get the higher warp speeds and create the warp plasma that they require. There could be another method. I don't know. But the quantum singularity drive does not necessarily say that, hey, question of Trek is here, that the lithium crystals are not used in that process. Question of Trek, I was just talking about you at the beginning of this. Me and Samuel were on here on your show yesterday, and it was me versus Samuel. It was a fun time. Go check it out. Lieutenant Commander Redshirt, apologies, Captain, if I was a bit vocal the other night, but had a few ales. You were fine. Don't worry about that. Jeff Jacobs, $2, 69 likes is a good enough reason to add some color. Thank you. Appreciate the super chats and the likes, guys. 81 people watching, 77 likes. If you haven't hit like yet, if you just got here, hit like. Let's try to get those numbers up. We can hit 100 maybe. Let's try to hit 100. And people say, well, there's only 83 people here. How can you hit 100? People come in and out of these streams all the time. So there's been times where we've had 85 and we have 120 likes. Just drop a like before you leave or whatever, and if you come in, just hit the like button. I think we can probably get to 100. It is possible. So there you go. Unknown 7-1 Plator Nation. Captain DS9, SNG, and Voyager had better stories than current Star Trek, right? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Alistair says, I'd buy you a beer cap. I like you very much. By all means, come over and meet me. No, I definitely like meeting people that like Trekyards and going out for like beer and chicken wings. I just love hanging out with people. I met so many people through Trekyards. A lot of them live in London here and, you know, are regular friends of mine that now when they're down the street at the pub, they'll call me or shoot me a text saying, I'm down the street. And I'll be like, okay, I'll be there in a second. If I'm not busy, I'll run down and hang out with them. So, yeah. Unknown 7-1 says, Trekyards, would you ever do a collab with Trek Central? Absolutely, we would. Trek Central, that's the what culture guy? No, that's Trek culture. Trek Central. It's not ringing a bell right offhand, but we'll do a collab with anybody that would be interested in doing a collab with us. I've been on Trek Culture as like a cameo once or twice, and I keep itching my nose. I don't do cocaine. You don't have to worry about that. I just, like I said when I started, I got a fucking, never mind. You get older, you grow hair places you didn't have hair before, like in your nose and in your ears. Really fucking irritating. And there was just a long hair in my nose, which I needed to trim, but I'll just yank the fucker out. So there you go. Olivia Julius, $2. How much snow do you have on the ground right now? Olivia, fuck you. Just because I'm Canadian. All right, fine. I'll show you outside right now. There you go. Not any goddamn snow at all. We're throwing some stuff out if you want a chair. There's an old patio chair there, which we don't want anymore. A piece of wood. And this is like a funky, like, mesh chair that the kids used to like when they were teenagers. Nobody wants it anymore. So it's out there. So the neighbors can have it. Somebody can drive by, pick it up. Or the garbage guys will just pick it up on garbage day. So there you go, Olivia. No snow at all. Don't fall into the stereotypical trap of it's Canada, there's snow everywhere. Colin Barrett, my favorite Sherlock Holmes was Without a Clue with Michael Caine and Ben Kingsley. That's a fantastic one, but it's a comedy. But I absolutely love it. And Lisette, what's her name? Lisette Anthony? Lisette's the lady, the girl in that, the redhead. Oh my God. Mwah, mwah, mwah. She is also from Krull. Although in Krull, her voice was dubbed over with an American actress because they didn't want a British accent, which is dumb. The British accent on a female is just... But yes, Without a Clue is fantastic. Wasteland Gypsy, Mr. Foley, she wanted to assemble the puzzle. Dun dun dun. Perfect, thank you. Squadra Course, $5. KK, are Tarps stored with antimatter inside already? Okay. KK, are torpedoes stored with antimatter already inside, or do they get armed by adding it before firing? Are torps beamed aboard for resupply? I believe we've done a Treknology episode on torpedoes. Yes, there is a small antimatter magnetic canister in there that has the matter and antimatter stored. It's not activated though until it passes through the torpedo tube. There's like a thing that it goes through that activates the torpedo. So it's not actually live until it passes through that magnetic field. I don't remember exactly. I think we've done a Treknology episode on it. So just look up Treknology, Trekyards, and Photon Torpedo, and you should come up with the episode if it's been done. I think it's been done. If not, at least I've written it, and it's probably been filmed. Maybe not released yet, though. But yeah. God damn it. Jason O says, you're welcome, and I'll think about it. So yes, I'm going to be ordering Chinese food. If you want to pay for it, I'd really appreciate it. Just kidding. It's fine. But I think that's what he was talking about. Olivia Joyce was in $20 for your Chinese trip. Oh, thank you, Olivia. That's much appreciated. Damn, that's awesome. You guys are cool. I love you all. Jeff Jacobs, $60 is the number for my wife and I to do Chinese, but it's meant to have leftovers too. Exactly. Plus, we have 3 people in the house right now. We have a 15-year-old boy. He's going to be 16 in November. And you know how they fucking eat. So we usually get the dinner for 4. There's a couple different options for that. And yeah, it's about $75. You know, sometimes 80. Depends on tip and all that kind of shit too. So Wasteland Gypsy, I spent about $10 on Chinese, made by Chinese people. Well, it's made by Chinese people here too. There's quite a few nice, good Chinese places within like 10-15 minute drive from us. Question of Trek. Good evening, everybody. Shit, I am behind in the chat. Damn. Devo77X. So in other words, most racers have been reduced to warp 3 and below. If they relied on dilithium, I would say yes. Ryan K., my understanding was that deuterium was for the impulse drive. No, deuterium is just the fuel in general for the ship. It's one of the things that the Bizarre collectors collect to keep the deuterium tanks topped up. Yes, they are used for the impulse engines, which we do have an episode on impulse engines coming out soon, because that was recorded. I wrote that probably 6 months ago, and we recorded it maybe 5 months ago. It has not been edited, though, so... Question of Trex. Thanks for the shout out. Come on, hit the like button, peeps. Oh, the dog's getting antsy out there. How am I doing this? Just over an hour. I'm going to call it soon. Simon Kerr. Anyways, Cap, I gotta go. Unfortunately, pleasure as always. Live on and prosper. See you later, Simon. Devo77X. Trek culture is the Trek section for what culture? Yes, yes, it is. Super Coops. The Romulans have dilithium mines on Remus, which suggests that they do in fact use it. Well, sorry, they had, not have. Yeah, exactly. Question of Trek. Haha, isn't Canada mostly green? Yes. Dan23, what culture is a YouTube channel? And then they had specific channels like Trek Culture and Who Culture. Yes, and they do really good stuff. And they're good guys. Dark Lord 016, I've noticed your cough is gone. Absolutely. Yes, thank you. People were complaining. I actually was making a point of that to Sylvia the other day. Whenever I had the cough, people were like, are you okay? Are you okay, man? Are you okay? It's like, okay, I had a cough. I understand. This is something that kind of goes in waves, though. Sometimes it'll be there, sometimes it won't. And now that I haven't had it for a few months, nobody's said anything. Because like when you're doing things perfectly fine, nobody says anything. The minute you fuck up, everybody's jumping on you for it. So thank you for pointing out that I haven't had the cough lately. Appreciate that. Jeff Jacobs says, Lisette Anthony. Yeah, I thought that was her name. Question of Trek. They did the same thing to Arnold in Hercules in New York. They dubbed him over with an American accent. And it's just silly. Devo77X. It's possible because of the episode title Unification Part 3 seems to indicate that Vulcan and Romulus have joined together. Of course, I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm interested to see what that one's all about. Because people have been having hissy fits over that. But I think it's interesting, and it could be quite interesting. Jeff Jacobs posted a pic of Lizette in the chat for you, Cap. No need to do so much, Jeff. I probably have it already. I've got a bunch of pictures of her. She is amazing. I love her. Is it the one with her leg in the air and she's putting on the nylons? Because if it's not, I'm going to be disappointed, Jeff. I'll check it out later when I'm done here. So, Dan23, Trekyards. Yeah, all of Discovery Season 3 episodes titled have been released online. Yes, I'm well aware. It's been quite a while for that. Super Coops. My ex has a British accent, but she is a dick, which is why she is my ex. Just saying. Most British people are dicks. Dan23, Discovery Season 3, Episode 9 and 10 seems to have just one title listed on website, so it could be Part 1 and 2. And Olivia Julius puts in $5. Eat some egg rolls for me. Sorry for making you mad. Please don't beam me out into space. It's cold out there, like Canada. F you, Olivia. You did make me mad. Just, yeah, don't be so time-out happy on people. It was probably a mistake, and that's fine. I understand that, yes, Rosetta is a character, and things she say can be misinterpreted, but if in doubt, just share a screenshot to the chat of the other moderators and get their opinion on it, especially if there are other ones in here. And right now we have Brian in here, we have Jeff in here, so yeah, they would have told you that, yeah, it's fine, Rosetta's fine. Paul One Chippers puts in £5. Well, thanks for the live chat, Cap. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Paul, for joining. It has been great to have you here, and thank you guys. Or God 6, interspecies service, like how Riker served on a bird of prey. What class of ship would you choose to serve on, and why? Any species? That's an amazing question. Probably an Andorian ship, because I got a thing for blue girls with antenna. That'll be my response. Jeff Jacobs, sorry dude, very tame, no rush to see it, lol. I was just a little breath of fresh air. Oh, thank you very much, Jeff. I'll let you know when I see it, when I've seen before, or if I have. Alistair Morden, Discovery doesn't even know Trek lore. That's why the new episodes have referred to dilithium as a fuel, like a bunch of lazy assholes. I know, but we're trying to set the record straight. There should be an episode coming out from Trekyards about dilithium and exactly what it's used for soon. So, Dan23, TOS had sheets of dilithium and then had it in crystal form. Yeah, and they also had lithium to start with before they realized, shit, we can't use lithium because it's a real substance. So then went to dilithium. Trilithium has been mentioned, I think, once in TOS by mistake. Something lithium was mentioned, which was not dilithium. It was just a fuck up. So there's been other things, but yeah, TOS, they took a while to find their legs there, so. Devo77X, the Federation fell or was weakened because they couldn't support their outer bases and allies. Olivia Julius, $5. Make sure your snowmobile is ready to go out. You don't want to take that. You don't want to take that's in your driveway into the snow. It might damage it. Well, the Camaro's not here, so I don't have to worry about damaging it. The Ultima and the Cruise are both fine in the snow. That's why we have them. And I'm glad, thank God you called it a snowmobile, because that's what they're called. I hate when I watch these shows. Take the snow machine. No, it's a snowmobile. More generally known around here as skidoos, even though skidoo is like a brand name. They're either called skidoos, sleds, or snowmobiles. I really, really despise the term snow machine. I hate it with a passion. I don't know why. It just bugs me. So call it snowmobile, skidoo, a sled, and we'll be fine. Squadron course, $2. Thanks. Do Tarps need loading ports on deck plans? Oh, so you're asking if they were beamed in. That I'm not sure of, actually. I believe they are loaded physically, though they aren't beamed in necessarily. It's even been speculated that they're loaded in clips. So there's a clip of 10 of them that get loaded in by a work bee and then drop down to whatever. So it depends on the ship, I guess. But BJ Vincent, $5. Hey Cap, I'm curious. I know the Excelsior class was the workhorse for Starfleet, but what starship class would be a good replacement as a workhorse? Honestly, the Ambassador class would be a fantastic replacement for the Excelsior. Maybe it was the replacement. The Ambassador class is such a bulky, good design, very sturdy, and I think it would be a good workhorse ship for sure. It seems like it can hold its own in that regard. Jeff Jacobs, snow machine should be a machine that makes snow. Snowmobile is being mobile on snow. Exactly, Jeff. Exactly. That being said, it's been almost an hour and a half. And thank you guys for watching. I'm going to go downstairs and decide what Chinese place we're going to order food from. Thank you, Jason O. That being said, we're going to eat well tonight. It's going to be good. And I'm going to eat well tomorrow because it'll be leftovers. And Chinese food always tastes better the next day as leftovers because everything marinates in its own sauce overnight in the fridge, and then you mix it all together and you heat it up in the microwave, and god damn it, it's good. So, be having Chinese tonight probably. 95% certain. And once I say Chinese to Sylvia, she'll be like, oh, now I can't get that out of my head. We're going to have Chinese. I'll ask her, of course, what she feels like. She'll say, I don't know. Not really sure. Haven't thought about it. And I'll be like, Chinese? And she'll be like, ooh, yeah. And I'll be like, blame Jason O. He said Chinese in my live stream. You know, that's all I can think about. Olivia Julius, $5. A fancy vocabulary does not mean you're scary. It means you have a thesaurus. Captain Giorgio, Star Trek Discovery. I would say Emperor Giorgio. I think you got that wrong. It's not Captain Giorgio. And even now, with her being in Section 31, she's a commander. She's Commander Giorgio. So the Captain Giorgio, each time you've done it has been wrong, Olivia. You need to re-super chat for each one you've done. I think it's been about 6 times you've done it now. $5 each. You need to re-super chat with the correct saying, and it's got to be in quotes. A fancy vocabulary does not mean you're scary, and it's the wrong "your," by the way. It's supposed to be YOURE, like you are, your. It means you have a thesaurus, unquote. Then Commander Giorgio, Star Trek Discovery, or Emperor Giorgio, Star Trek Discovery, or Empress Giorgio, Star Trek Discovery. So I'm just being an asshole at this point. So now Trout Bumwamba wants Chinese food. He also said Voyager had multiplying photon torpedoes. No, you can make the cases. You can replicate a lot of the pieces. All you need to get is more antimatter. It's easy enough to do. You can make more torpedoes. It's just those were the ones they had available, ready to go. But they didn't know if they could find the resources necessary to replicate all the parts they need for new ones, and I'm sure they found all that stuff, so it's fine. Supercube said, had Chinese yesterday. It was awesome. Andrew Prime now wants Chinese food. Devo77X. There is an alternative to warp engines, the Soliton wave, but the first test of the wave almost destroyed a colony. Yeah, that's a TNG episode, but... And Cheese is here. Sup, Dad? All right, Cheese is my son, Thomas. He's one of the ones that's moved out. He's now a municipal enforcement officer. So he'll give you a ticket, man. But he's here. He's one of the ones that's moved out. I'm actually in his old room. This is his room. I remember talking about that at the beginning of the stream, that once the other kid moves out, we can move stuff around and whatever. This is his room. So there he is there. Cheese saying, I'm successful. He's successful, man. Don't you know? He is. I'm very proud of him, too. So, Olivia Julius, $5. A fancy vocabulary does not mean you're scary. It means you have a thesaurus. Emperor Giorgio. Well, you spent emperor wrong, and you still have the wrong your. So, I'm being nitpicky now. Your is spelled Y-O-U thingy. I don't know what it's called. It's an apostrophe. and then R-E, like you are, but take the A out and put the thing in there. So your. And then emperor is M-P or E-M-P O-R, emperor, O-R-O-R, emperor. Not sure about that. And she's like, oh, shucks. So, Thomas, what are you doing today? I take it you're off, you're at home. Apostrophe. See, even my son's correcting me. It's an apostrophe. Ryan K., not everyone is willing to sell WEP components. Emperor, there it is, E-M-P-E-R-O-R. Thank you, Alistair. So there you go. Now you got the correct spelling. And Thomas, I don't know if Selena's called you or talked to you about anything. We might want to call you tonight, Sylvia and I, because we want to talk to you and Cassie about something that's happened with her that you should probably know about. So, Ryan K., WEP equals weapon. Is that like a WAP? Wet ass weapon? Or a weapon ass positron? Weaponized as photons. WAP. I assume you all know what WAP means. The States needs a good WAP. Woman as president. I love how Thomas tunes in just as I'm closing out and I've gone insane. Cheese, I'm literally hanging out off duty for the day. Laundry, cleaning, and all that. Cheese also says, no worries, I am supposed to come over today to grab something to fix my Wi-Fi. You're supposed to come over here today to grab something for your Wi-Fi? Really? Sylvia hasn't told me about this. Sylvia's sleeping right now. So, Livy Julius. Oh, you forgot the quotes. You got your right. The evil Giorgio from the Mirror Universe Star Trek. Ooh, so close. You're missing the quotes between. I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry, Livy. I'm just busting your balls. The fancy vocabulary does not mean you're scary. It means you have a thesaurus. The evil Giorgio from the Mirror Universe, with no space between universe and star, but Star Trek Discovery. It's a lot more accurate. I'll give you a pass. At least you got your right, which is very important to me. So thank you. The rest is fine. I was just, like I said, yanking your chain, as it were. So, this is not the third time, Brian. This is like the 8th time she's done this now. She did it a few times during our live. I think she did it during my first reaction review. Then she did it during our live review, at least twice. Once at the beginning, once at the end. So yeah, she's done it quite a few times now. Olivia Joy's $2. A, what balls? And B, I feel sorry for your kids. Well, that's the wrong your for your kids, because they're not. It wouldn't say I feel sorry for you, our kids. It'd be your, as you spelt it before, Y-O-U-R. And don't feel sorry for my kids. And what balls? It's just an expression. Busting somebody's balls is just an expression. I didn't mean it in any kind of bad way. That's why I changed it to yanking your chain. So I apologize if that upsets you. It shouldn't. But yeah, I got your wrong there, so. The best way to understand which your goes in a sentence is if you can replace the your in the sentence with you are, like you are an asshole, it can be shortened to your, but it needs to be with the apostrophe R-E, your. Whereas if it's yours, you own it, then it's Y-O-U-R. So those are your toys, right? So yeah, that's just all. I just wanted to point that out. So don't feel bad, Olivia. Jeff Jacobs, that is vintage Cap being Cap right there, LOL. Anyway, guys, on that note, and Olivia, I hope you're still here. I hope you apologize. I hope you apologize. I mean, that's not what I meant. I meant I hope that I apologize sufficiently. Oh my God. I should just give the fuck up and hang up right now. Hang up. I even said hang up. All right. I should just give up and end the stream because I'm tired and I'm fucking up. Olivia, I love you. She throws in $2. His OCD is going crazy. It's not, though. It's not. But you, please continue to think that it is. But it's not really bugging me that much. I just like, I don't want to say busting your balls again. I just like bugging you. Is that good? Am I bugging you, Olivia? Anyway, on that note, I'll go now and I'll talk to you guys later. So, Thomas, shoot me a text message or something and let me know if you're coming over, when you're coming over, what's going on. We might call you at some point soon. Like, we got to call Cassie as well. Just kind of chat for a few minutes. So, but anyway, I'm going to hang up now on my live stream or just end the stream. I should probably just end it, shouldn't I? I should stop talking. And Squadron Course, yes. English is a bit of a bitch, and I apologize for being a grammar Nazi, but I used to be really bad at grammar. And then one day somebody corrected me on something. My oldest brother Steve actually corrected me on, I think it was there, the difference between there, and there, the three different theres. And all of a sudden it clicked in my head and boom, my gears started going. I'm like, that explains it. And I understood all the theirs, and then I understood all the yours, and then I'm like, And I was really bad at spelling for the longest time, too. I always ask my mom, how do you spell this? And she'd just rattle it off. And it'd be like, God damn, how does she do that? But now, guess what? Sylvia asked me, how do you spell this? Boom, I just rattle it off. Kids ask me, how do you spell this? Boom. And 95% of the time, I can just rattle it off and spell whatever they need spelled. It was the odd time, like with Emperor just now, where I kind of like, I can't visualize it, so I kind of stumble over a little bit. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. Sorry. It's a great way to end out the stream. Bye, guys. Have a good one. Talk to you soon.